That's okay. Andrea is responsible for directing the show, and she also switches it. So she's telling the camera people where to go, what kind of look she's looking for, and how do you like this new responsibility?
It's not as stressful as it was at first.
That's right. We're getting a pretty good handle on it. So let's keep going here. We're just going to go on out in the studio. That's the control room, and we're going to pass our good friend Tim Timberlake here. Tim, you want to say something?
Congratulations on getting this far, buddy. It's been a journey, but it's beautiful to see this happening.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you, Tim. Okay, follow me. We're going to go through this way. We're going to go through the sound lock, and now we're going to enter into the sanctum. This is In Your Ear Studio A. And the first person I think we need to talk to is the amazing Matthew Walsh. He runs his own company called Matthew Mixes, and he has been part of touring for running front of house and monitors for bands like War on Drugs, Kurt Vile, all these bands on the road. He's mixed at the Hollywood Bowl and Coachella and all over Europe in every nightclub known to man and every stage and every venue. And what are you doing here?
My job here for the streaming stuff is to make sure that the in-room audio for in here makes noise and everyone can hear what they want. I'm kind of the director of communications, if you will. And yeah, I'm really pumped about the streaming thing because it's very similar to touring in the way that we're having to adapt and figure it out. And it's a new day every day, and we got to make it happen. So here we are.
Very good. So let's go over and talk to the lovely Eric. Eric Tabor. Eric Tabor is our Viking. He's our resident Viking here. Eric is amazing. He came to us via Southern California, where he's been on set on more music videos than any of us want to watch, dealing with various things. And he does our lighting direction and stage outfitting and all that kind of stuff. But like most people on crew here, he has a lot of other interesting things about him. And the Viking, moniker that we put on him is well deserved. And I'd like for him to just talk a little bit about that, because he's a star of social media. Why are you a star of social media, Eric?
Well, I play Norse folk music, but I got into the sort of Viking market scene overseas. And so every year during the summer for a month or two, I'll go tour and play live music using instruments that I make by hand, or, have a close working relationship with the actual luthiers and the people that make these instruments. So trying to bring back old music and, try to get the culture out there. So people seem to be enjoying that. And we're just trying to see where that goes. And out here taking care of all the lighting and the set design, trying to make, our Shaco sessions look good. So,
yeah. So one little thing, how do they find you on social media and join your 60,000 plus followers?
My Instagram is Northern Aesthetic, and the band's called Wolven Wind. So yeah, definitely go check that out if you're into anything Viking Norse inspired.
Cool. A big part of what we're doing here is trying to reach out. I want to introduce you to one of our camera people here, Inga. So you are working underneath Bill Rice, who's a camera guy that was at Channel 8, and he's helped us with a lot of stuff. And we're going to meet Charlie in a second. But you are in our AMPT program, VCU Bachelor program, and you're here learning and working and volunteering along with all these people that have been doing this for way too long. It's pretty cool. It's great to have you here. And I hope that, we can bring in more and more people that are learning, and more, people that have the kind of talent that you do to make this show look great. So thanks a lot. You got anything you want to add to that?
Thanks everyone here for letting me come and learn. It's been a really great experience.
That's great. Thank you. Okay, well, let's go back over to Stan. Let's go back over here. So you can kind of see, oh, wait a minute. We got one thing to do. Charlie, show yourself. This is our head camera guy. And Charlie Riley has been the genius behind many successful video shoot and film shoot. And he's a great guy. And, we all love Charlie. So thanks for all you do, man. Thanks for all everybody does. It's great. So let's go back over here. We'll go back over to Stan. We talked a little bit about Shaco Sessions, the evolution to Shaco Sessions Live as a streaming thing.
There went the cameraman.
Whoops. Everything okay? Okay, good. Okay, so we were talking about the streaming stuff and so forth and how COVID has changed so much for anything. Mind if I talk a little bit about the Shaco Sessions history and
I'd like to hear that. Yeah.
okay. Okay, so we started out about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, having meet and greet sessions with business leaders and with bands. I wanted to introduce them to the community, the music community. I wanted everybody to be on a first name basis. That was my goal. So we did that. We did that for 30 something gatherings, but then COVID hit and there's no social gathering. So that had to go bye-bye. We had to come up with something different. And we had been interested in streaming. So we decided to change the whole thing around. Instead of just talking to the business community, let's just talk to everybody. Let's just open it up so everybody could come. So we did the Shaco Sessions Live thing. And I started inviting people that I knew, friends, bands, so forth, you know, to do it. And the other piece of that is to pay the band, since we're all volunteering, we're all doing things. We came up with the idea of a tip jar, which was not a new idea. It wasn't my idea, but it was a good one. And so people contribute as they watch the show every Tuesday night to the bands that are here. And the thing that has become very clear is that there are so many bands in this town, so many musicians that we're doing this every week. And I can't get to everybody. We've got a list that's 2 months long after this. And we've got some fabulous, fabulous people that have done the show. And we're going to get to that real soon because we have a great group for you to hear this morning. And I wanted to showcase the best of the best. So that's one thing I wanted to do. But I did want to mention one last thing that Stan and I were talking about. I'm working on a nonprofit initiative right now that with a group of select people. If you're interested in this, please contact me. But the idea here is to basically make streaming a really powerful part of what Richmond is. I know this sounds a little lofty, but with people I've been talking to lately, I think we have it within our grasp to make Richmond one of the top places in the planet for not only streaming, but for virtual reality and augmented reality experiences online. And I think that's going to happen. I have a couple of reasons why I think it's going to happen. Some of them I can't talk about yet, but there's some big stuff in the works in Richmond in this space. And I want this nonprofit to be a way to connect people that maybe don't have the means to get into this world and this would offer them a chance to do that. It would also have a strong educational initiative. It would also have a strong initiative to connect arts to people just like this show does. We would amplify this whole concept. And the last thing it would do is we would teach entertainers and performers how to market themselves on social media correctly so that people actually come to their shows online and you know, we can enjoy that experience in a more professional way and in a more financially responsible way as well. So that's something I'm working on right now. And so there, Stan. What do you think of that?
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, Carlos. I hope we have a audience that is involved in Richmond and involved in many, many different ways, and hopefully some of them will help you with that. I know there's an interest in it, and I really appreciate the effort to do this. I think some of the most hurt people in this by the COVID are in this room today, and I'd like to find ways to help them do that, and also find ways to make business people better at what we're trying to do this morning.
Well, that's great. That sounds terrific
That's
to
right.
me. Well,
Go
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm going to step in here and mix this band because I love doing the actual audio mixing for this band. So Paul and I are going to swap places. And if I could, I'd like you to introduce the band
Okay.
while I'm making that move. Is that
All
good?
right. Yes. And I mentioned earlier about Rohe Fentress. He is on board now. So if we
Oh,
can
you want
just
to break to
we can
that and then
break
we'll
to
do the
that,
band.
and then we'll introduce them.
Fantastic.
So, thank
Okay,
you.
let's do that.
Rohe, are you unmuted and can you talk? Well, maybe that won't work. Rohe? Well, we'll work on that. If we don't get it today, we'll get it the next time. So, but in case we don't, I'll give you a little background from what I learned from Rohe. He was out of jail at roughly age 40. He's been in jail since he was 14. It occurred to me that he was almost still a Santa Claus believer when, hope no kids are listening. The Santa Claus believer when he went to jail, and he's now 40 years old. He has found a job in Newport News. He commutes every day. His boss was going to be on with him today. Adam Creekmore from GC Commercial hired him based on seeing him on a Rotary meeting. He is doing well. He said that he, just like he felt when he got out, as tough as it's been to be in jail for 24 years for something he didn't do, he said he wouldn't change a thing. He's in a place in his life now where he's happy. He said yesterday he was walking a dog and picking up the poop, and that made him happy that he could even do that. So he is a great individual, and I think is going to do great things. He said he has a house, or he's going to get a house. He's got a job. He's doing all the things that, as he said, everybody does. But I want to do more than what everybody does. I've got an opportunity here. So I hope I've at least very briefly given you an idea of the kind of guy this man is, and hopefully we'll see him in the future if we don't today. So with that, okay.
I'll let you introduce.
Thank you. Well, I have the distinct pleasure. I feel like Dick Clark at New Year's Rockin' Eve here, or maybe I should say Ryan Seacrest. But I heard Desiree Roots do her Forever Ella in downtown, and it was just an amazing performance. She's incredible. I have not heard Saxmo yet, but I've heard him on video. I know he's wonderful. So with a great deal of pleasure, I introduce Desiree Roots and James Saxmo Gates.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is a bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings a new song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In a meadow we will build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we drift by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. a beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is a bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. And pretend that he is passing round. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we creep by the fire. We'll have lots of fun with the snowman is done walking in a winter wonderland. Hey, walking in a winter wonderland. Hey, walking in a winter wonderland. Thank you, thank you. Something happens to me every time I feel that you are near. A strange kind of something goes rushing through me. I know somehow you have appeared. Then baby, something happens to me. In your arms when I feel that you're grooving too, I can tell that you have been caught in the snare I am under. We gaze into each other's eyes with breathless wonder to see that when something happens to me, it happened to you. Oh, something happens to me every time I can feel that you are near. A strange kind of something goes rushing through me. I know somehow you have appeared. Then baby, something happens to me. In your arms when I feel that you're digging me too, I can tell that you have been caught in the spell that I am under. We gaze into each other's eyes with breathless wonder to see that when something happens to me, it happens to you. happens to me. Every time I feel that you are near, a strange kind of something goes rushing through me. I know somehow you have appeared. Then baby, something happens to me. In your arms, when I can feel that you're digging me too, I can tell that you have been caught in the spell that I am under. We gaze into each other's eyes with breathless wonder to see that when something happens to me, it happens to you. Happens to you. It happens to you. Thank you.
Okay. Am I on? Okay, so I wanted to interrupt this just for a brief second for something very, very important. We have not put up the contribute to the tip jar visuals that we usually do, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. And we would highly recommend it because it is Christmas, right? I mean, it's the spirit, you know. I think these musicians are amazing. All of you guys are just the best. They're the very best. And I think that we need to show them some love out there. So here's how you can do it. If you have Venmo, you can do @in your ear, all one word, in your ear. And you can open up that wallet, that virtual wallet, and give the gift that just keeps on giving. That'd be great to have a little money in the tip jar this morning. You know, this is sort of like I was thinking about this the other day. This is virtual busking. That's what this is. You know, it's like these guys that hang out and play in public and throw money in their guitar case or whatever. This is the way you do that. So Venmo, it's a real easy app. If you don't have it, just download it and do @in your ear. You can also do PayPal, and you can. We'll tell you more about that in a minute. But In Your Ear Studios, PayPal will work, or Shaco Sessions Live, I think, is valid as well. But at any rate, more music.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudel, doorbells and sleigh bells with schnitzel and noodles, froggies that fly with the moon on their wing. These These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Raindrops on roses, whiskers and mittens, bright copper kettle and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tie up a string. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies with Swiss apple strudel, doorbells and sleigh bells with stritzel and noodles, wild geese that fly with perfume on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so Raindrops on roses, raindrops on roses, raindrops on roses. Just a few of my favorite things. A few of my favorite things. Thank you so very much. I'd like to introduce the other musicians to you again. On saxophone, Mr. James Saxmo Gates. On this beautiful piano, Dr. Weldon Hill. On bass, Mr. Mike Hawkins. And on drums, Devon Harris. This next song is entitled Miles Away, written by Mr. Saxmo Gates. you so much. You're so enjoyable.
Well, everybody, I'm just going to interrupt real quickly, Des, and then I'll be back to you.
Yes.
We need to fill up this tip jar. We need to get that thing happening. And the way to do that is Venmo. You can reach out to @ in your ear, all one word. The phone number that's associated with that, sometimes Venmo will pester you and say you need last 4 digits of a phone number to make sure you're giving it to the right thing. That would be 0285. So 0285 Venmo @ in your ear. And also you can give to PayPal me. You can go to that and do the PayPal thing. PayPal me @ Shaco Sessions, all one word, Shaco Sessions, and that will get you there. We've tried to put it in the chat. Hopefully it's there so you can check it there. Love, love, love to have your contributions for these amazing musicians. Just to show you how amazing they are, how many football fans we got out there? Got a few. Mike Hawkins is a football fan. If you watch Monday Night Football, Devon Harris on drums, he's the man behind the theme on that show. Yeah. He's it. His band, Butcher Brown, does that opening right here this morning, this early. Thank you, Devon. You are the man. That is just amazing. I'm just so proud of that, man. I think that's awesome. But at any rate, we are going to leave you with a song. Stan, do you want to have a parting comment here before we do our last tune?
I'd just like to wish everybody, all the encorepreneurs, all the musicians we've had here today, and all the people that are behind the scenes, which amazes me how many there are. I'm really impressed. I'm impressed that I've ever gotten this many people up to work in the morning. So, but I thank you guys, Desiree, Saxmo, and the rest of you guys. I appreciate it, and we all do. And we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and Happy Hanukkah and Happy Holidays, and all of them. Kwanzaa, happy. And we will see you in January. I planned, I haven't been able to do it yet, but I'm going to do a Venmo tip, and I know some other people are. So hopefully we'll make this worth y'all's while, getting up at 7 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the morning. And they're really dressed nice and everything. You know? all I did was put on my red Christmas sweater. So had to dig that out too. So thank you again, guys, and we will see you in January. And
Thank you, Stan. Thanks.
Thank you all so much for having us. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, your troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, your troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden day of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us, but not too close once more. Through the years, we all will be together if the fates allow. So hang a shining star above the highest bar, and have yourself Christmas. Have yourself a merry Oh, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. From all of us, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New